Hey, I'm back again, and this time I'm going to be showing you how to do curried vegetables. So what I have here is I have my cutting board and my knife. I have my half of an onion that I used the other day for my mirepoix, and today I'm going to be using that for in my curry. Now, you could make the curry with just this and then add whatever else, because the word curry actually means sauce. And I want to show you what I gave you. In the little bags that you got in your culinary kit, you got some curry paste. And there are actually three colors you might have gotten. There is red curry paste, that's sort of orange looking. This has chili powder and other kinds of seasonings in it. This one is the green curry that has lemongrass. And this one is yellow curry that has uh, more turmeric and other kinds of things. When you hear the word curry, curry means a blend of spices. Just like when we use the word chili, chili isn't just one type of pepper that's been, or chili that's been dried and used. It's a combination. And so there are certain spices like curry that don't mean one particular spice but are a combination. And all spices are parts of a plant. They are either the root, they are the stem, they're the leaves, they're the bark. There's something that causes them to be used. And so what they do is they take the different ones they like and put them together. I there When you see these containers, you can find containers like this at Fred Meyer's, at Safeway, whatever. But if you decide you like curry, instead of buying the smaller containers, which in the store are actually about half this size, you can buy this size at Cash and Carry, at the food service, or you can also buy larger versions of it. And instead of it being like $7 or $8 for a little tiny thing, this is like $2. So this is much less expensive. This Mayploy is the brand that I use because I actually was able to go to a class with a gentleman who spent a lot of time in Thailand and said this is the kind of spice they use in their curry. So I gave you, in your packet, you would have either had yellow, red, or green curry. There's also, you can find, as you're looking, Massaman curry, which is, Massaman means Middle Eastern or Islamic. So it has more of a coconut and it has a peanut taste to it. Um, uh, it's very subtle, but it's quite delicious. The other thing that you will find when you're looking for curries is there's also one called Penang, which is a chili and red pepper kind of one that has a little bit more of a cumin kind of spice to it. So, so I'm going to put these out of my way and just show you very quickly what we're going to do. The first thing that I did is I am going to, with my onion that I gave you, I am going to also use a potato and a carrot so I can show you a couple ways of how to take care of some vegetables. We mentioned the other day, if you have another carrot, you can use it. If you don't want to use it, that's fine, but I just wanted to review. Please notice that these have little white spots, and people go, oh no, it's bad. It is not bad at all. What I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to take a washcloth with water on it, and I'm just going to scrub my carrot, because carrots come out of the ground. They are root vegetables, and when I scrub it up and get it nice and clean like this, I'm actually taking those off. If you want to peel your carrot, you can. I tend to only peel my carrot when I'm doing it for something special, but if I'm just making it for myself to eat, I like to leave the peel on because that's, you get most of the nutrients out of carrot, not most, but a lot of the fiber, a lot of the nutrients from a carrot actually comes on the outside. So what I've done is I've just reclaimed my carrot by just washing it off. If you are going to use a potato, make sure that you also scrub it really well. I'm going to turn this way. You need to make sure that you're getting it nice and clean. This has been in the ground, so you always want to scrub it. Again, you can peel it if you want, but they are very high in nutrients, and one of the number one places they have their nutrients is their skin. So I try to keep the skin of my potato on as long as I can. Let me show you a couple quick tricks. When you're cutting potato, my suggestion is that, again, we hold the knife gripping it here so it's nice and stable and it's balanced. I've got my fingers tucked up, and what I'm going to do is very carefully, I'm going to cut it lengthwise first, and then I'm going to lay my potato face down on my cutting board. By doing that, it's not wobble anymore. I have much more stability, and I'm just going to cut it lengthwise, so I now have 4 pieces of potato. And then I'm going to cut them crosswise into about probably 1 to 1.5 inch pieces. So first thing I have is my potatoes. I'll move those out of the way for just a moment. I'm going to take my carrot. I only cut off the very end of mine. If you have soft spots, obviously take more. And I'm just going to push my carrot through. I'm just using this as my, like a paper cutter. I'm just going to go ahead and push my carrot through in here. You want to slow down when you get close to your fingers. Throw that away. So that's going to be my nuts. And again, I want my carrots and my potatoes to be about similar to the same size. That helps them cook consistently, and it also helps me to be able to make sure the doneness is correct. If you see any spots, I just noticed there was a spot on this potato. If you see any spots, but again, I'm only cutting out the spot. I'm not throwing away the whole potato just because of that spot. Now, the other day when you cut your onion in half, I had you save it like this. So now we're going to go, this is the root end, this is the stem end. I'm going to, when I'm doing a large dice like what I'm doing right now, I'm just going to cut off just the very tip top. If I wanted to make mirepoix, I could definitely save that and throw that in, because as you remember, we threw the vegetables away. I'm going to go ahead and pull the outer layer off and leave the root intact, just like I did the other day. Hopefully this is just a review. I'm going to cut it as I did before, where I'm just going to cut at my angle going across. So I'm going to cut, I want my onion to be about the same size of pieces. Let's see, this is 5 times across. I've got my 5 different openings here. And now I'm going to cut sideways. Again, I don't take the root off because that's what's holding it all together. And right now, it's giving me a wonderful place to hold on so that I have a handle. So I'm going to stop right now. I'm going to move over to the other side and show you how to put together the curry and how to put all these vegetables into an amazing dish.